Hello, friends. Detective Justin is on the case. I am currently trying to figure out who is behind all the hidden messages and meanings in these poems. They all have a theme or a mood that gives us a bigger picture, but I just can't figure out who's behind it all. Aha! I've discovered the culprits. It's the figurative language family. There's short stack simile, musclehead metaphor, papa personification, and you can never forget hot-headed hyperbole. Hello, old friends. I should have known it was you. You all know how to make these poems sing, figuratively. The members of the figurative language family are all already familiar to you. Simile, metaphor, personification, and hyperbole. Simile is when two unlike things are compared to each other using like or as. Metaphor is also when two unlike things are compared to each other, but without using like or as. Personification is when non-human objects are described as having human characteristics, emotions, or actions. And hyperbole is an exaggerated figurative statement meant to deliver a message. Poets use the members of the figurative language family all the time for lots of different reasons, but especially to highlight the mood and develop a theme. Let's take a look at a poem together. Which figurative language member's handiwork can you spot throughout this poem? How large unto the tiny fly must little things appear? A rosebud like a feather bed, its prickle like a spear. A dewdrop like a looking glass, a hair like golden wire. The smallest grain of mustard seed, as fierce as coals of fire. A loaf of bread, a lofty hill, a wasp, a cruel leopard, and specks of salt as bright to see as lambkins to a shepherd. This poem has various examples of simile. For example, a rosebud like a feather bed and the smallest grain of mustard seed as fierce as coals of fire are each examples of short stack similes paw prints in this poem. What kind of message do you think short stack simile was trying to get across? What's the theme of this poem? The theme of this poem is perspective, and how things will appear differently based on the viewpoint of the observer. The poem uses short stack simile and musclehead metaphor through lines such as a dewdrop like a looking glass, a hair like golden wire, and a loaf of bread, a lofty hill, a wasp, a cruel leopard. The lines help the reader understand how smaller things are bigger from the perspective of a fly. Let's look at another poem, The Walrus and the Carpenter by Lewis Carroll. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd, because it was the middle of the night. Which notorious figurative language family member do you see at work here? Pause the video and underline the figurative language in your PDF. This poem is personifying the sun by saying that he was putting so much effort into bringing sunshine. Bringing human action and characteristics to the poem means the poet is in cahoots with papa personification. Considering this, what mood do you think this poem is evoking? Pause the video here and write down your answer in your PDF. The mood of the poem is silly and whimsical because of the way it uses this personification to bring character to the sun. It looks like we managed to catch every member of the figurative language family except for that piece of work, hot-headed hyperbole. Don't worry, we'll book them next time. Remember, not every member of the figurative language family will be behind every poem. So keep your investigation hats on as you search for clues. See you next time, fellow poetry detectives!
Hey, hey.